General Vexthor stood at the edge of the landing platform, his four eyes scanning the verdant landscape of Earth with undisguised contempt. His chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the yellow star's light, a star he considered embarrassingly ordinary. Around him, his officers from the Krillian Dominion maintained their rigid formations, their weapons humming with barely contained energy. This, Vexthor's translator crackled with amusement. This is the legendary Deathworld that has spawned 1,000 warnings across the galactic forums. Pathetic. The human delegation approaching from the settlement looked remarkably soft. No natural armor, no venomous appendages, no protective scales. Just fragile skin wrapped around what the general assumed were equally fragile bones. Their leader, Ambassador Chen, extended a hand in greeting, a bizarre ritual Vexthor had researched but found utterly primitive. "Welcome to Earth, General," Chen said warmly. "We're honored by your visit." Vexthor ignored the outstretched hand. "Let us dispense with pleasantries, human. The Galactic Council designated Earth as a Class 9 Deathworld, which granted your species certain protections. My government believes this classification is grossly exaggerated." He gestured broadly at the peaceful meadow surrounding them, where native creatures called birds sang from the trees. "I see nothing here that warrants such hysteria." Chen's smile didn't waver, though something flickered in her eyes. "Perhaps you'd like a tour. Experience Earth firsthand?" "Precisely my intention," Vexthor replied. "I will personally document the mediocrity of this world. The Dominion will petition to have Earth's Deathworld status revoked, opening it for proper colonization." The tour began innocuously enough. Vexthor and his entourage followed the humans through a forest trail, the general loudly commenting on every perceived weakness in Earth's ecosystem. The gravity was tolerable if slightly higher than Krillia's. The oxygen content was breathable. "The temperature was manageable, you see," he announced to his officers. "Perfectly mundane. The humans have deceived the Council for decades with tales of their world's lethality." What Vexthor failed to notice was how his officers were beginning to lag behind, their breathing growing labored. Krillians had evolved on a world with 0.7 Earth gravities. Each step here was a workout. But pride kept them silent, unwilling to show weakness before their commanding officer. Chen led them to a clearing where a human child sat observing insects. "This is my niece, May. She's studying the local ecosystem for a school project." Vexthor scoffed. "You allow your juveniles to wander this so-called Deathworld unsupervised?" Further proof of... He stopped mid-sentence as May casually picked up a black widow spider, letting it crawl across her hand while she examined it with a magnifying glass. The arachnid's venom could kill a Krillian in minutes. The child was 7 years old. "May, remember to wash your hands," Chen called out. "I will, Aunt Lin." The girl carefully returned the spider to its web and skipped away. Vexthor's mandibles clicked nervously. "That creature? Is it defanged?" "No," Chen replied simply. "May knows not to provoke it. We teach our children early about coexistence." The tour continued. Vexthor's confidence continued to erode. They passed through a region where humans casually jogged for recreation, running kilometers in the oppressive gravity for something they called fun. His own soldiers were now openly struggling, their exoskeletons not designed for sustained movement in such conditions. At a river, Chen pointed out a group of humans swimming. "The water here averages 15 degrees Celsius today. Quite refreshing." Vexthor's homeworld had liquid water that pooled at 40 degrees Celsius. These humans were voluntarily immersing themselves in temperatures that would send a Krillian into shock. But the general's breaking point came at dinner time. The humans had prepared what they called a cultural feast. Chen explained each dish with enthusiasm. Peppers from Earth's various regions, fermented foods teeming with bacteria that would constitute biological weapons on most worlds, aged cheeses colonized by molds, raw fish that had been dead for hours yet was considered safe. "Please, try the kimchi," Chen offered. "It's a Korean staple. Fermented vegetables with capsaicin." Vexthor's translator helpfully informed him that capsaicin was the compound that made human spicy food painful. Painful? They seasoned their food with pain. I will abstain," Vexthor managed. "Oh, this is mild," Chen assured him. "We toned it down for guests. Would you prefer something simpler? Perhaps some fruit?" She handed him what she called an apple. Vexthor bit into it carefully. The sweetness was pleasant enough, but within seconds his throat began to constrict. His officers noticed him swaying. "General, are you?" Vexthor collapsed. He awoke in a human medical facility surrounded by concerned faces, both human and Krillian. His body felt like it weighed twice its normal mass. Every joint ached. His respiratory system burned. "You're experiencing a severe allergic reaction," a human doctor explained. "Also dehydration, heat exhaustion, and muscular strain. You've been unconscious for 6 hours." 6 hours. He'd been on Earth for less than a day. "The fruit," Vexthor wheezed. "Poisoned?" "The apple?" "No, just incompatible with your biology. We should have screened for allergens first. Our mistake." The doctor's tone was professional, but Vexthor detected something else underneath. Not malice. Pity. Chen appeared in the doorway. "General, your ship is prepared to take you home whenever you're ready. We've compiled extensive documentation of today's incidents for your report to the Dominion." Vexthor tried to rise from the medical bed. His limbs refused to cooperate. The gravity pinned him down like an invisible predator. He, a decorated general of the Krillian Dominion, couldn't even sit up on this world. "How?" he croaked. "How do you survive here?" Chen's expression softened. "We're born to it, General. Earth made us who we are. Every challenge you experience today, we face variations of them from infancy. Our gravity trains our bones. Our pathogens strengthen our immune systems. Our temperature extremes expand our range of tolerance. Our persistence predation evolved us into endurance hunters who can outlast nearly anything." She pulled up a chair beside his bed. "Earth isn't overrated as a death world, General. If anything, the classification undersells it. But it's our home. We're not tough despite Earth's challenges, we're tough because of them." Vexthor closed his eyes. Tomorrow he would return to Krillia. He would submit his report, and he would recommend in the strongest possible terms that Earth's death world classification be upgraded, not downgraded. He would also recommend that humanity never, under any circumstances, be considered for conquest, because the terrifying truth wasn't that Earth was deadly, it was that humans didn't even notice.